Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. And very good day to all everybody. Alright, this subject for EBME 2103, which is a mechanical and electrical system in building. So for this assignment, before I proceed, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Zulfadli. I'm now taking Bachelor's of Science, Project and Facilities Management, or in the short form as known as BPFM. So this is myself, and so for this assignment, I would like to brief you about the green building. So I will start with the what is a green building. Okay, as you know, green buildings are designed, constructed, and operated to enhance the well-being of their occupants and support a healthy community and natural environment. So, a green building is a building that, in its design, construction, or operation, reduce or eliminates negative impacts and can create positive impacts on our climate and natural environment. Green buildings also preserve precious natural resources and improve our quality of life. So these two of these I describe what is actually a green building. Okay, so now we go to the principle of green building. Everybody don't know what is a principle of green building, so I will give you one of an infographic for ease your understanding. So from the infographic here, we see that they have 5 basic principles of green building. The first one is green building is concept is a sustainable site design, and secondly, green building the principle is to make water conservation and quality, and also energy and environment. The fourth is conservation of resources and the use of materials, and the last one, number 5, is indoor environmental quality. So for the next slide, I will explain you more about the each of the principle of green building. Okay, now we go first. Principle of green building is sustainable site design. Why is it? So from this, from the text we see sustainable. This is a sustainable architecture or site design is to build in a way that reduce harmful impact on the environment. So whatever architecture or design, we must ensure that there's no harmful impact on our environment. So that is the concept. For example, the use of sustainable energy through solar panels, wind turbine, etc. So this is a good example. And then number 2 is use of sustainable building material such as organic compounds or recycled materials. And lastly, for the last example is environmentally friendly methods of waste management. So all this, the example is can tell us about how the sustainable site design for the green building. So the second concept is water conservation and quality. So we see that water conservation has turned into an essential practice in every part of the world. Even in region where water appears to be enough, it is a most practical, environmentally friendly approach to lessen our need for water. So, sampai mana je? So like I said before, increasing population, growing agriculture, industrialization, and high living standard have boosted demand of water. So because of this, demand of water increase, and so we are using the limited water supply, and we need to use wisely and caring for it properly are just a few of the many things key to conserve water. So I give some example here how we want to conserve for the water and make sure the quality is very good. First is maybe we must know that heated water utilize 39% of energy in the typical home. So heated water actually using a lot of energy, so maybe we can reduce on that. The second one is example, washing your garments in cold water can decrease the energy used up by 80% when compared with a warm wash type. So yeah, you should washing with the warm water because it's more efficient compared to the cold water instead of the volume. And the last one, I give you an example. If you putting a water efficient shower head can lessen your expenses by up to $100 every year. So meaning that if you use a shower head instead of a common source of the pipe. So if you use that shower, you can save uh, your money around $100 every year. So it's very efficient if you use a shower head, right? So next principle is about energy environment. So we know that energy environment is two things that have impact relationship in green building concept. So if the more energy use without use a wise type of energy, they will give a consequence to our environment. So the choice of energy is to ensure it will have low zero impact to the environment. Then because of that, we can preserve the world in good for the next generations. And we can identify source of energy that's a relevant element. So such as a solar energy, wind turbine, gravity effects. This one is actually we common use in our house. Instead of using the pump, I mean using current plus pump to give a pressure to your water supply. So maybe you can use just using a gravity effect. There's no no cost at all because it's a nature effect. So the principle of the function is same as you use pump. So you can save your energy and keep the environment in a good manners, right? And the next is on conservation of resources and reuse of material. Okay, you see recycling actually is water factor in how we want to conserving natural resources, right? And also to improve the environment. And we can recycle such as wood, water, minerals, fossil, because all of these material can be reused, right? Then when we make an example, when we make a new products, usually we sources like plastic bag or trees, aluminium, every glass, steel, aluminium, everything can be recycled over and over again. So no need to waste. Just you just waste it like that. We can take it and recycle and to use it back again. And then for the recycling metal, plastic, glass, because of this practice, we can decrease resource depletion and also reduce the ecosystem destruction of mining, drilling, and deforestation. So we can save all the forests, and we can preserve our land or our potential land from mining, drilling more to give for the next generation. And eco-friendly building materials such reduce VOC. So we can use this eco-friendly building also, because it's one of the conservation of resources and type of reuse of material. Next, the philosophy of the green building is indoor environmental and equality. So we know that indoor air quality, as known as IAQ, is enhanced by utilizing material that meet the following criteria. So I have and give you some of criteria. There's one, two, three, around 6 criteria that can explain how is we want to make indoor environmental and quality is very good. First is low or non-toxic. So material like emit few or no carcinogen, reproduction and irritant are demonstrated by the manufacturer through average testing. And this is an example. Minimal chemical emission. So product that have minimal emission of volatile organic compound, VOC, and product that also may maximize resource energy efficiency while reducing chemical emission. So we can also use a low VOC assemble, and also moisture resistant. I mean, product system that re-moisture or inhibit the growth of biological contaminant in building. So we can use a moisture resistant, and also helpful maintain material components and system that require only simple non-toxic or low VOC method of cleaning. So this material is helpfully maintained. And also the last one is a system equipment, product that promote healthy IAQ, any indoor air quality by indoor ability or enhancing the air quality. So all of this one, all these criteria, if you practicing it, so maybe we can achieve the objective of indoor environmental and to make quality is very good. Right? So we go for the next slide. I would like to explain you more about what is strategies used in green building design and how we want to achieve it, right? So there was four criteria, and I will explain you more. The first one is energy efficiency. Second one is water efficiency. Third is occupant health and productivity, and the last one is reduce in waste, pollution, and environmental degradation. All right. So all of these strategies, we need to know, studies, and also apply to achieve the design in the building. Okay, first we go to energy efficiency. All right. The key, as you know, the key of energy efficiency in a building or renovation is to comprehensive integrate perspective during the design phase that seek to, meaning that all of this first is reduce heating, cooling, and lighting load through taking advantage of the building site and climate attributes. So this mean is including passive solar design or any integrated landscape like trees for shading, windbreaks, and attractive outer space. I will show you more in the next at the end of two slides, but I need to explain you in the text first. I got the example actually for the like the infographic. So let us go through this one first. Okay. And then research and include renewable energy sources such as daylighting, passive solar, solar thermal, and photovoltaics, and geothermal heating and cooling. So all of this is mean that renewable energy is energy security and is dependent of fossil fuel, because you want to reduce the we want to reduce the fossil and everything, right? Okay, we go for the water efficiency. For the water efficiency, green buildings are various methods to reduce water usage. Treat and reuse wastewater and filter water from source from precipitation. So the target is to achieve zero water table negative impact from the building. So water efficiency is very crucial for this green building. Because our method is just want to reduce the water usage, so we have to find a way how to reduce the water usage, right? So one of them is efficient plumbing fixtures. We reusing water waste, reduce consumption. There was actually has been applied in the building and that has consume a lot of water. And also the rainwater harvesting that we can use to as a technique to store water. Especially we can use it for the plant farming. Sometimes, but if you want to use it, we need to filtration. You need to filter the water first and store it as a process water. So the water is safe and is good to use, right? So another way how to increase the efficiency of the water, we insulate your water pipe. So it can convenient and low cost to insulate your water pipe with the pre-slip foam pipe insulation. So what you can get is your hot water faster, plus avoid wetting water while it heat up. So you don't waste energy, electric current or everything. Just want to get your water hot, because if you insulate your water pipe, so the process to heat up the water is more fast and then more save energy. And the last one is recycle your water whenever you want, and whenever you can. So as long as you can recycle your water, so this will increase the efficiency of the water in green building. So you can collect cold water, you run before it's hot enough to shower, and use it to water plants or flush the toilet. After rinse, water from dishes and food kitchen can be collected and used to soak other dishes. So you must maximize the using of water. So from that practice, so we can increase the water efficiency used in our green building, green building concept. Okay, next, about the equipment health and productivity. So this is important also, because hygiene and proper condition inside the building is help boosting human productivity. Of course, because we want a very comfort and we call it conducive. We want a conducive environment, and green building concept provide for cleanliness, sound working condition for employees or other inhabitants. This is for our comfort, living in green buildings. And then the second is a defect or indoor environment quality, as known as IEQ. In building on occupational health, well-being and productivity is an important topic in occupational health and public health. So this is we need to take care, because in our occupational health and public health are very concerned about the effect of indoor environmental quality, and also for the better ventilation, higher indoor air quality, environmentally friendly materials, and optimized lighting are the features that influence people in green building. So if the environmental is not friendly, your lighting is poor, your ventilation is poor, so will influence people in green building. Maybe they are not comfort, they are not conducive, and sometimes it can make them cannot perform the works or have a good quality of life. And consequently, high indoor environment quality will lead to less indoor pollution and improve occupant health and productivity compared with conventional building residents. So that's why occupant health and productivity in the green building is very important. And then we go to reducing waste, pollution, and environmental degradation. Everybody knows that environmental degradation is the disintegration of the earth, of the deterioration of the environment through the consumption of assets, for example, air, water, and soil, the environment, and the eradication of wildlife. So they want to reduce and eliminate the activity that contribute high consequences. So this is our aim. And we know waste reduction is one of the most important issue. So if you see at the US alone, the waste processing and demolition of building account for 60% of the total non-industrial waste, meaning that's very high percentage of the waste. So they need to know, we need to do something to reduce one. This is just for the US alone, not for the worldwide, because US is a big country. So I give you the example as our benchmark that how is important reducing waste, so you can control pollution and environmental degradation. Then the green building concept emphasize on improving the design of the product, so reusing the recycling material. So it results in tremendous waste reduction and also help to reduce the environmental impact of the building. And then last one, with using natural resource or recycled material energy program, it will help to minimize the effect of the ecosystem. So this is the same thing that I explained before, recycle, and we're going to reduce the waste, and at the same time, with the waste is reduced, so will affect the pollution and environmental integration. Okay, this is what I told you before. I have a illustration for you for your ease understanding on how the concept and also what you want to know about the green building. Okay, so you see at the infographic here. Okay, this is the top of the building. What we use it, okay, for the top of the building. All right, we use solar panels. So we are using a nature energy sources from the sun, and exchange the power, exchange to the electrical power for this for usage of the or a whole this building. So it's very cheap and also very friendly environment. Okay, and at the top, what they put is green roof reduce storm runoff and help mitigate the urban heat island effect. So we put a lot of planting on the rooftop, so we can give a good and can cool the surrounding area, and give the fresh air to the surrounding people here. And also it can enhance the ventilation of the building. So you see how it works. And also the improved insulation, meaning that energy efficiency is boosted by reducing the amount of air that escapes. So whenever you're using cooling, like air conditioning, so we need to make sure it is closed and not open, so the heat is not come out, and the temperature inside the building is maintained, and no need extra energy to cool back if let's say if you open the door, open the window at the same time the aircon is running, so the cooling effect is reduced. So once again you need more energy to cooling back. So otherwise you just close it, make it and reducing the amount of air to escape. Okay, so we go to water conservation. You see this, okay, if you're using efficient plumbing fixtures and reusing waste water, reduce consumption. So you see using a shower head, and also this is I can call it is automatic use sensor, automatic sensor. So whenever you want to use, so the water just come out, compared to the old type, you open the valve and water is come out, and when you don't need, they still come out, you need to close back. But this one is very automatic. One, they will just come out whenever you want, just want use the water only. So it's very efficient to conserve and save the water consumption. Alright, and modular lighting based on natural light. So the building must we call it, we need to use lighting, but at the same time maybe we can use natural light from the sun. So the design not we call it block the sunlight into the building, so we can minimize the consumption of the electrical energy in terms of the using a spotlight or lamp or whatever lighting inside the building, right? And so the motion detection sensor control light, this is one of the green building concept also. So whenever you hear the sensor, so the light is on. If if nobody around here, so the light is off. So you just on when the people people is around at the area only. So we can save the consumption of, you can save the electrical energy, and you can save money, reduce the heat and whatever. And so you see that building rotation based on the sun setting dramatically impact heating and cooling, especially hotter climates. So you ensure the building must know, okay, let's say this is sunrise everything, so you must make it at the at, at for the transparent glass, not directly to the sunshine, so it can reduce the hot effect from the sun, and also you can save energy to cooling this building, right? This is for the top level. We go to lower level. Okay, for the lower level, you see, alright, like I say, building material. Okay, you see, building material eco reduce VOC, volatile organic compound emissions. So all the material are using a VOC, so this is not harm to our environment, so can recycle, and also there's non-poisonous and hazardous to the people to use it, right? And this is what I telling you just now. Smart heating and cooling system, we are circling the cooling system, and also we utilize rainwater in the system. So if the rain coming, we store it, and also we filter it to ensure the quality of the water is good, clean and safe to use, right? So all this thing is all the pictures. I think everybody can get an idea on how the green building is work, and what this concept, philosophy, everything, right? Okay, for the conclusion, we know the green building or sustainable design is the practice of increasing the efficiency with which building are their site use energy, water and material, and of reducing impact of human health and environment for the entire life cycle of building. So green building concept extend beyond the walls of building, include the planning, community and land use planning issue as well. So you see, this is very important for the green building. We practicing in our life, because a lot of benefit we can have, such as we can save energy, water, materials, and the important things, we can reduce the waste, pollution, because for the long term it can give a very bad consequence to our life, especially for the next generation. So I think this concept everybody must well known, and everybody must practicing in their life, and whatever plan in their work site or whatever building they want to plan to do. Okay, so because all of this information and also reference, I take it from the a lot of sources, from the journal, from the what you call it, sometimes for the note, for the several, maybe the summer companies that apply for the green building everything, so you gotta stand at least for reference. You can search and learn more about it, because I have abstract it from the journal and from the info, so make it short and easy to understand. I think that's all from the presentation, and hopefully everybody will know about the concept of analytical concept of the building, and hopefully they will benefit to all of you. And last but not least, I hope this presentation can give an idea and can help to you in your research on or your reference in future. So all of thank from me, and I end it with the kalima Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and very Good day to all and hope to see you soon. Thank you for watching for my presentation and see you soon. Thank